Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Katarina. I am really excited about today's video. Today I will be sharing with you my 10 oldest makeup products. This video is totally inspired by the collaboration that Emily from emilynmax and Steph from itjustSteph did a year ago. So inspired by their collaboration, I wanted to do a similar video too, so I will link you both of their videos of course, as well as my original video. But I wanted to do a video like this because first of all I really wanted to see how old my oldest makeup exactly is, and also I wanted to focus on the older products, and to keep myself accountable of that I decided to film a new one of these videos now year after. Okay, so I'm really happy to tell you that out of the 10 products that were oldest in my makeup collection a year ago, I only do have 6 left. So 4 I have been able to move out from my collection. So let's first go through these 4 products. So a year ago my 2 oldest lip products were 2 lip glosses from Bybel. So these were from Bybel Read My Lips lip gloss line, and both of these I had bought in October 2015. So yikes. The shade Snap I was able to use up completely, so this one was like a cooler toned light nude. This one I did put into a project pan somewhere in 2019, and I think I was able to finish it somewhere in the beginning of 2020. Then what comes to the shade Kapang, I did really focus on it in summer and fall, however I wasn't able to finish it. Mine was really starting to expire, the scent had turned and it was getting thicker, so when it got closer to the 5-year mark I decided to declutter it. So yeah, I'm totally happy I don't have these left anymore in my collection. And what comes to dip in lip products, I try not to buy them too much because first of all I do think they go slower, and also I don't know, I feel a little bit grossed out about having too old dip in lip products because you put it on your lips, then you put the applicator back, and there must be a lot of bacteria growing in there when we are talking products this old. The next product that I don't have in my collection anymore from the products I had a year ago was my oldest blush, and this one was the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in Mood Exposure. So I did finish this blush up completely. I did put it to a project pan because it was my most expensive blush. I will say that using this blush up was kind of like bittersweet because I really did love this blush. It wasn't even about the formula. I mean, yes, the formula was of course really good. It was like a beautiful satin finish, but it was the color that was so special. I have never seen a similar blush color from any other brand. So it was this beautiful neutral color leaning a little bit mauvey, and it was just perfect. Like if I had that blush left I would have used it today because it would have been the perfect blush to my look today. So I do really miss this blush and I do want to eventually repurchase it. And by the way, the Hourglass blush I had bought in winter of 2016. And then the last product that I had a year ago, but I don't have any more on this list, was the Balm Mint Matte Hues liquid lipstick, and this one was in the shade Honest, and this one I got somewhere in spring 2016. So again, a really old dip in lip product, so I really wanted to focus on it last year. I wasn't able to completely finish this one up, however I did get really good use out of this. So Coral is a color that I absolutely do love, but I am really picky about it. So I don't want anything that is too pink. I just don't think it looks right on me personally. But this one was like a little bit leaning more orangey, muted coral. So I absolutely did love this color. And I also do really love this color in matte formula. I just think that especially in summer, when you do have a little bit of tan, it just looks so cool. But it's also a color that I would really wear every season except maybe in winter. It's still maybe a little bit too bright, but yeah, because I did love this color so much, I have decided to repurchase it. Okay, so those were the products that I last year had in my list of 10 oldest makeup products, but thankfully I don't have them anymore. So let's go through my current list of 10 of my oldest makeup products. So the first 6 of these products are actually something that I also had a year ago. So of course we are going to start from there. We are going to go from oldest to newest. But something that I didn't include are my singles. I do have quite a bit of depotted eyeshadows, and for example here I do have depotted eyeshadows from the Balm Meet Matte nude eyeshadow palette that I have bought in 2015. So these are really old in my collection. They would be on this list, but I just thought that to keep this list a little bit more simple, I am not going to talk about singles. The oldest product in my makeup collection is still the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Eyeshadow Palette. So this one I have bought in summer of 2015. And I have actually gotten quite good use out of this during the past year. I have hit some new pans. That being said, I was really focused on panning Modern Renaissance last year, and this year this is my pan that palette. This still performs really well. It smells like chocolate, the eyeshadows are pigmented, they blend out really well, but you know, it is starting to reach the age where it might not be performing for that much longer, so I do want to focus on it this year too. The second oldest makeup product in my collection at the moment is the Balm Bahama Mama bronzer. I absolutely do love this bronzer. This is like my favorite matte bronzer. However, the reason why this has been in my collection for so long is that I have always been focusing on my other bronzer. So I have always used my least favorites first, and then I have used this one. So this is again from summer 2015, so 5.5 years old. I actually had to repress mine because I had hit major pan and it was just crumbling and I was wasting product because of that. However, this year this is in my theme project pan, so my goal is to use this one up. Okay, so the third oldest makeup product in my collection is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Contour Palette. Unfortunately, this palette I have not used once during the past year. And this is something I talked about in a recent video, that I have been so focused on project panning that I don't use my other makeup. So now I'm like taking a step back. I'm not ending my projects, but I want to make sure that I'm actually playing with my entire collection, especially since some of my eyeshadows are getting older and I really do enjoy this palette. So this is an all matte palette. It's maybe a little bit boring on its own, but I do love to use it, especially with singles. But yeah, unfortunately it has not gotten any love during the past year and it's starting to be older. This one I bought in the holiday season of 2015, so it is now 5 years old. Another eyeshadow palette, this is the Urban Decay Naked Smokey eyeshadow palette. I love this palette and I will never get rid of this. Even when this is like so dry that it's unusable, I will still keep this in my collection, and if I film these videos in 10 years you will still see this one, unless I move it to my memory box. So this is a smoky palette from Urban Decay. I do have this sentimental attachment to this palette because it has seen a lot with me. I don't think I have used it that much during the past year, but I know I have used it at least a little bit. Like I know that I got a couple of these shades in my Project 10 Uses Roulette that I was doing for a while last year. So during that time I was using not only those shades but some other shades too. So at least I used it a little bit and not 0 times like the Kat Von D palette, but still I didn't use it too much. That being said, this sort of color story is not something I would really use on daily basis, but it is a really special palette to me, so I want to like keep it forever. Another product I have bought in winter 2016, and this is now my oldest lip product, is the NYX Simply Vamp Lip Cream in the shade Covet. This is my favorite vampy lipstick ever because this is this really cool burgundy with a metallic finish, and I have been actually wearing this recently quite a bit. So let me show you a swatch of this one first. There you can see it, it's so stunning. So this lipstick is now my oldest lipstick. It doesn't smell bad or anything, it still performs very well. And I have put it into my 30 by 30 project pan. I'm trying to use it up because it is so old. And I don't have too much left. That is everything. So I do think this is totally something that if this doesn't expire and start smelling, I will be able to use this one up this year. Not probably during the rest of the winter, and then I know during springtime I'm not really into something like this, or in summer, but I do think that by the end of the year and by the time I will film this sort of video next year, I won't have this left anymore in my collection. That being said, I did buy a backup for this lipstick. I know this is the first time ever and the last time that I will buy a backup for a lipstick, but this one got discontinued and this is a really unique color. So because of that I wanted to buy the backup because I know I'm going to go through this and I don't want to be without this kind of cool metallic burgundy lipstick. So yeah, I have the backup. Another reason to really focus on finishing this one up. Okay, then my 6th oldest makeup product and the last product that I mentioned in my last year's video is what is now my oldest blush. Last year it was my 2nd oldest blush. So this is the e.l.f. Baked Blush in the shade Rich Rose, and this one I bought in spring 2016. This one is also in my 30 by 30 project pan. I don't really enjoy panning blushes, but you know, I wish I could even hit pan on this, because this is really old, but it's still performing fine. It is a beautiful, beautiful rosy, sort of glowy color, but it's quite neutral type of rosy. So let me show you a swatch. There it is. I absolutely love this, and this is actually the blush that I am wearing today. From all of my blushes, this totally is one of my favorites, if not the favorite one, but because it's so old I do want to work on it. So I don't really think I could use it up by the time filming this next year, but at least I want to have pan on it. So let's go through the products that are now new to this list, and these obviously are also products that I do want to put some more effort focusing on. I will say most of these I am focusing on already, but there's a couple that I maybe could be using a little bit more. So next I do have a couple of products I mentioned in a haul video that I filmed in June 2016. So these products are right now almost 5 years old. And the first of these products is the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. I really didn't realize that I have had this that long, because to be honest I haven't been using this enough. I did declutter another peachy blush from Essence last fall, and I know I had been using kind of like one of them when I have gone for a peachy blush, but I decided that peach color is just not something I wear on my cheeks too often, so only one peachy blush is enough for me. So I decided to keep this one because this is just so stunning, so beautiful, satin peachy blush. I will say that I have tried some other colors from the Milani Baked Blush line, and some of them are just like chunky and glittery, so not all of the shades are good. This is the best one of those that I have tried. Look at that, it is so beautiful. It is this gorgeous, gorgeous satin peachy color. So as I said, I don't really enjoy panning blushes, but I do think I need to put this one to the theme project pan for spring and summer, and I want to make a goal on this blush to hit pan on it. I don't know if it's doable, but at least I do want to get some use out of it. And even though this is old, it still performs very, very well. But yeah, it's time to focus on it more because it's totally on the older side of my collection. Okay, another product I mentioned in the whole video is the Lord & Berry lipstick. It is like a lipstick pencil in the shade Intimacy. This one has actually been in projects and I have been working on it almost 2 years now, and there is really not much left, so this is how little bit of product there is. This is a really gorgeous color. It is this beautiful dusty sort of rose, but what I do like about this is that it doesn't pull too cool, because when a dusty rose lipstick has that like ashy undertone, then it's not really flattering on myself. But I do absolutely love this color. but I do want to work on it because for me personally the packaging of this one is not my favorite, and also it's old, so hopefully by the time I film this video next year this one is gone. Okay, so the next product is another product I bought in summer 2019, but this one I showed in a haul I filmed, I believe, in very early July. And this is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance eyeshadow palette. So yeah, I have had it for 4.5 years. You probably have seen this quite a few times on my channel if you have been watching my Panda palette videos. So this palette I was panning the entire 2020, and I wanted to keep panning it for at least another 6 months, but then I will decide in the end of June if it is something that I want to finish completely this year. However, now that I realized that by the summer of this year this is going to be 5 years old, I really don't know if I should keep panning it after that point. That's something to consider. I'm not going to make any decisions right now, and I know I can finish a couple of more shades, and I know I would be probably able to finish the rest of the shades this year, but it's just so old. But you know, on the other hand, the eyeshadows are performing. Something that just kind of like makes me a little bit hesitant about this is that I have heard some people getting eye irritation from the reds when they have been using older palettes. But yeah, this is almost 5 years old at this point, but you know, we'll see what I'm going to do with it in June of this year, if I'm going to keep panning it or not. But anyways, I don't want to see this one in my collection in a year when I will film this 10 oldest makeup product video again. Okay, so this spot number 10 is actually a tie between 3 products. So I did film a haul video in the end of August in 2016, and I showed all of these products in that video. However, I don't really know the dates that I have ordered these or the dates that I have gotten these. Nowadays I do keep track of dates when I do order my makeup, but I don't have that accurate data from that time. However, I did share all of these products in the end of August. So yeah, these are all lip products. Let's go through them. I do have here a couple of lip liners. The Gosh Velvet Touch lip liner in the shade Cardinal Red. I really cannot believe this is that old. Like, it's 4.5 years at this point, and I will say this is almost gone. Let me show you. This is a little bit deeper red lip liner, and I have been trying to focus on it, and it's really only once or twice that I could sharpen this anymore. But yeah, it's time to get it used up because it's old, and I actually have bought a backup to this lip liner because it is a really good color to use with red. But I was actually surprised that it is this old. Then another lip liner is this Lord & Berry Romantic Rose lip liner. This one I got from a subscription service called Lip Monthly that I did get for a while in 2016 and 2017. And this is actually like almost an exact match to the Lord & Berry Intimacy lipstick, so I always use them together. This is also something I am panning, but there is way more product left, and I don't know, it just feels like a really slow going product, so I try my very hardest to get this one used up this year, but I don't know if I can do it. And then the last lip product that I did share in that video is again a liquid lipstick, and this is another The Balm Meet Matte Hues liquid lipstick. I really do love this color. This color is called Sentimental, and it is this beautiful, beautiful, warm and little bit deeper pink. Pink, I find, is sometimes a color that is for me personally a little bit difficult to wear, especially now that I have gone back to blonde. When I'm wearing pink lipstick or pink makeup in general, I do get that like Barbie effect so easily. So that's why I find it a little bit challenging, but this is like my perfect pink. I absolutely love it. This lipstick does still perform well. This one is not clumpy. I decluttered this shade Honest because it was getting clumpy. This is not. I will say these The Balm lipsticks are really heavily scented. They do have a really strong mint fragrance in them, so even if it is expired, the scent could very well be covering that up. However, since the formula is still okay and it wears really well, it like dries completely down. Sometimes I have noticed when liquid lipsticks do expire on me that they don't dry down, but instead they do stay sticky. So this one does not do anything like that. So if this just stays good, I will keep using it this becoming spring and summer. However, I do think when I reach the 5-year mark with this product in the end of August, it's probably time to let go of this one and replace it with a similar type of color. I would actually love to find a lipstick in similar color, in bullet formula, or maybe I will just repurchase the same thing. I really do enjoy this, but it is really old. I really don't want to have deep in lip products that are older than 5 years. So yeah, those are all of my 10 oldest makeup products in my collection at the moment. In fact, there's 12 products because I really don't know which one of those products that I shared in the last haul video is the oldest, but you know, I do want to work on all of those. So products that I really don't want to see in my collection in a year when I will film this video are, first of all of the lip products. Maybe I'm not so sure about the Lord & Perry lip liner. I will try my best to use it up, but we'll see. But also the Balm Bahama Mama bronzer. It's just so old. And also the Modern Renaissance eyeshadow palette. I would really love to be able to hit pan on both of those blushes, and I do really love them, so I think it might be doable. And especially the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, I do want to look more loved. Obviously it's my Pantat palette, so there will be probably quite a bit pan showing in a year. One thing I want to do inspired by this video is that I want to film like a full face get ready with me using all of my oldest makeup products. So not necessarily all products mentioned in this video, but you know, from all categories my oldest product. And in that video I could talk about a little bit more how old products I feel comfortable having in each category. And I can really say that some of my oldest products are favorites still to this day. So yeah, I think that would be a fun video to do, so I will try to get that filmed tomorrow. But yeah, that's really everything for today. Thank you so much for watching this video and see you on my next video. Bye bye!